Hello, fellow humans, and welcome back to Shitcoin Fundamentals, the channel on YouTube where we dig through the steaming pile of shitcoins and find the gold nuggets within. And today I come to you with some updates about one of these gold nuggets. The coin is called Jasmy. I did 2 videos before where I discussed about the aim of the project, what they're doing, how they want to achieve it, and where I talk also about what are the relations between Jasmy and SONY Corporation, because Jasmy, the founders of Jasmy are all former executives of SONY. So I tried to analyze a little bit what are the relations between these 2 companies. Both videos you find up here in the corner in the Jasmy playlist. So if you want to know more about the project and if you want to get some more information and better understand what we're talking today about, then please go and watch these 2 videos. What I will do here is I want to do updates about Jasmy. I guess I will do it maybe once a week, maybe every second week, depends on what how big news are out there, how much news will be out there. Currently looks like there will be quite a lot for making once a week, but we will see how that will go in the future. Yeah, but this is the plan of this format. So you will get the biggest and most recent news of Jasmy fresh here at the channel. So please, if that interests you, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you have any opinions, if you want to comment on something I said, if you disagree with me or you want to discuss or have questions, please drop them down in this description below. I try to engage with everybody there. If you have any questions or you disagree with me, no problem, we can discuss in the description below, so feel free to use it. So with that said, of course, one additional disclaimer I have to make. This is, of course, not financial advice, what we're doing here. Please do your own research before you invest in anything. As always, I will leave the sources that I used for doing my research down in the description below. So please use them as a starting point for your own research and never invest in anything before you have done that. So with this out of the way, let's go and let's talk about the biggest news first. It's, of course, Binance has opened staking of Jasmy this morning, just a couple of hours ago. It's huge news. You can stake your Jasmy coins, whether in flexible savings or in locked savings. In flexible savings, you receive 5% APY. In locked savings, I think it's 20 or 35% APY, depending on the time that you lock your Jasmy. That's, of course, huge news. I know that there's already other platforms which are offering staking for Jasmy, but to my knowledge, Binance is currently the biggest one that has started staking for Jasmy, which is great news for the coin. I think this will just increase the run for that coin. It has great technology, it has a great team, and now it also allows staking, which is, of course, very, very good for investors. I think it's a very good time, a very early stage to invest, but it's also the promise of a huge return of investment here. So again, no financial advice, but I think it's currently a very good time to move upon this this project. This is, of course, the biggest news and also the most recent. As I said, just when I make this video is a couple of hours ago, the news broke. My Jasmy is already staked. From the discussions on Facebook or on other forums, I know also that many others have staked already. So if you own Jasmy and you do it on Binance, then please jump over to Binance and stake your Jasmy. I think it's a great opportunity to earn some extra coins. Now we're coming to actually some more, some news that are already a little bit older. That's actually Q&A with the CFO of Jasmy, Hiroshi Harada, that was done on a Discord channel. I will leave the link to the Discord channel also down below. Please go there. You can check the post yourself. Very interesting discussions also besides that. So I'm happy if you join, and I'm looking forward to see you there. So one of the first questions actually he answers is also one of the questions we answered in one of the last videos, is what are the relations of SONY and Jasmy? Here, check the video out if you want to see more my analysis of the relations between SONY and Jasmy. But Hara, how he calls himself in short, is discussing this here. So agrees, yes, all our executive teams are former executives of SONY. This is true. There seem to be discussions between SONY and Jasmy. So here is one sentence that states, positive relationship between Jasmy and SONY is still ongoing and discussions are taking place. So that means there is a relation, but he also states that Jasmy and SONY are not legally as separate legal entities, which is of course true. I mean, even if, like I discuss in this video, which I told you about before, where I discussed that, in my opinion, Jasmy might be a stealth project of SONY itself. Still, there would be separate legal entities to keep some separation, some risk also separated from SONY. So this is very clear. He also discusses here a couple of rumors that there are some relations to SONY Wallet, SONY Coin. I heard also some, I think it's called SNM or SONM project, which should be related to SONY. Both of the projects, I can leave the links to the projects here. They're not related, at least to my knowledge. SONY is actually a coin. There is a SONY coin, but it's called Sons of New Year, I think. It's completely unrelated. They do something completely different. They just have the name SONY. So I'm not sure how they are connected. SNM or SONM, SNM is a shortage of this trading. There are some reports that they are connected to SONY digital marketplace, but I could not find any trustworthy sources for this. So to my understanding, they're also not related. Also, the founder team is completely unrelated to SONY. So I'm not sure how true these rumors are. It seems to be not, at least between Jasmy and these projects. There seem to be no connection. What is also interesting is that Hara states them here as well, that they will keep on working to integrate within the PlayStation 5 ecosystem, which I think is very interesting news. It's already big news that they just do the discussions there and try to integrate. It's I think, great news, and that would fit very, very well with the concept of Jasmy project. So he also talks about the lack of communication in English, that they understand this. This was also one of the things I said. I would even go further, that the marketing is also still quite bad. He didn't talk about this, but he says clearly that they will improve on international outlets. This was one of the reasons. I mean, when you go to their webpage, let's go back, even if you are in the English version of the webpage, most of the content still stays in Japanese, which is of course suboptimal if you want to attract foreign investors. So they seem to have understood that and are currently working on changing this. I think that's a good move, because clearly most of the investors in the coin are not Japanese. I mean, there are a lot of Japanese investors because it's currently one of the very few coins that are legally to trade in Japan, because there are very strict regulations on that. However, most of the investors are non-Japanese citizens, so it makes completely sense that they want to also increase their marketing efforts in English and maybe also other languages. Then he discuss about the IoT platform. Basically, currently, as you may know from the videos I made before or from your own research, Jasmy is a ERC20 coin, so it's Ethereum based. And what they're discussing here is, of course, that the goal of Jasmy is that they run on their own chain. This was also one of the things that I assumed, or I guessed about the project, that they might want to create their own chain, which is disconnected, which has maybe a bridge to Ethereum or to other chains, but which is their own chain, which would make completely sense because Ethereum, they discuss this also later here, the gas fees are just like exorbitant, and it would not make sense to run anything that is related to IoT on Ethereum having the current gas fees in mind, because you have to transmit a lot of data points and a lot of information. This would just, yeah, it would be just impossible on Ethereum. And I think it's a good move that they have understood this and that they are working on this, and but that they're also working on their own chain. I think this is great news. This was one of the worries that many investors had, and with this statement, that's amazing news. Yeah, there were some rumors about spoofing, which he talks about. I mean, yeah, there were some things maybe that did some bad communication when it comes to some bad moves. So a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, they moved also something like 20 million Jasmy coin. But actually, this was for an exchange that they can start staking. I would wish that they communicate these things in future more upfront, that it's more transparent, and that people don't have to start some crazy conspiracy theories about that. That I think would really be positive for that project. They also talk about the Jasmy Secure PC. That's basically edge computing device that is installed on a PC that allows you to log data, to trade data, and so on. And they're discussing here that applications for these PCs have started and that they have very good response of it, which is also great news, because that means the unique selling point to me especially is that they have connected hardware systems to their Jasmy coin environment or data marketplace which they want to build. And this is an amazing thing, and I think this is very unique in the blockchain environment or in the distributed ledger environment. There are not many companies which are doing blockchain or which are doing distributed ledger and are doing hardware at the same time. And I think this is a great benefit of Jasmy, which also will allow to integrate the Jasmy marketplace of the Jasmy environment into many hardware devices like PlayStation, like Vaio, notebooks, other PCs, and many, many other things. So this will be very, very interesting to look at this in the future. Yeah, they discuss also here the edge computing and so on. There are many other information here. As I said, I will leave the link to this Discord server in the description down below. So feel free to join as well. If you're there, I'm called 100% there, so just say hello. I'm happy to discuss with you there as well. So please join. It's a very interesting Discord server, and there's a lot of news coming up there. And yeah, it's just a great place to be if you want to invest into Jasmy. So with this said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to to my channel. There will be more updates like this, as I said, every week, every second week. There are also more videos here. Please go and watch them, have a look. There's also other coins which I discussed despite Jasmy. So if you're interested in that, to learn more about small capitalization crypto projects, then join the channel and watch the videos. And with that said, see you next time. Bye.